Hello everyone, this is Divyanshi Pathak. Today in this video, we will be solving internal first question paper of data science. So let's start. Here we have been given a scenario. The following table represents a training set D of class label tuples randomly selected from the all electronic customer database. So here's the database of electronic customer, which has 5 attributes: age, income, student, credit rating, and the class. The class label attribute has only two values, yes and no, respectively. Out of 14, there are 9 tuples of class yes and 5 tuples of class no. A root node n can be created for the tuples in database D. With the help of above dataset, we are supposed to solve the following questions. So here in the question 1, we are supposed to find the splitting criteria for this tuples using computation of information gain of each attribute. So here we are supposed to find the splitting criteria of the above dataset to create a decision tree with the help of information gain approach. So the information gain formula is the entropy of whole dataset minus the entropy of individual class multiplied by its proportionate value. And to calculate the entropy, here's the formula: minus summation of P of I log to the base 2 of P of I, where P of I is the probability of ith class. Now here we have calculated the entropy value of root node, which has two tuples, yes and no. Out of 14, there were 9 tuples of yes and 5 tuples of no. So the probability of yes is 9 upon 14 and the probability of no is 5 upon 14. So the entropy of root node is minus 9 upon 14 log to the base 2, 9 upon 14 minus 5 upon 14 log to the base 2 of 5 upon 14, which is nearly equal to 0.940, or we can see that 1. Like this, I will calculate the information gain of each attribute by putting the values in above formula. The information gain of age is 0.029. The information gain of income is 0.151. The student has information gain value 0.048 and the credit rating has 0.324. Out of these four values, credit rating has the highest information gain value. So the credit rating will be selected as a splitting criteria because of its highest value. As credit rating is the splitting criteria, that's why it is the root node of our decision tree. Node is credit rating. Now moving towards the next question. Find the splitting criteria for these tuples using gain index of each attribute. Construct the decision tree. Here we are supposed to find the splitting criteria with the help of gain index approach. The formula for Gini is Gini equals to 1 minus summation of P of I whole square, where P of I is the probability of ith class. And to calculate the Gini index, it is the Gini of each individual class is multiplied by its proportionate value. So like this, if we will put the values in the respective formula, we can get the Gini index and Gini values. Here we have calculated the Gini index value for our root node. So the Gini index value for D, which is the root node, is 1 minus 9 upon 14 whole square minus 5 upon 14 whole square, which is nearly equal to 0.459, or we can say that 0.5. Like this, we'll calculate the Gini index value for each attribute. Age has Gini index 0.486, income has 0.408. The Gini index value for student is 0.480, and for credit rating it is 0.278. In the information gain method, we have checked that the attribute which has highest information gain will be selected for splitting attribute, but here in the gene index it is opposite. The gene index which has minimum value will be selected for the splitting criteria. Here credit rating has the minimum gene index value, that's why it is selected for our splitting criteria, or we can say that root node. Like this, we can generate the decision tree using gene index method as well. Now in the question number 3, construct decision tree of both the cases 1 and 2 and compare the generated rules. So the decision tree by using information gain was this, and the rules generated are if credit rating is excellent by computer, if credit rating is fair, we can consider age as further classification. And the decision tree using gene index value is like this. The root node is same for both the cases. Rules generated are if credit rating is excellent, the person will buy a computer, and if credit rating is fair, will consider income for further decision making. Now, comparing the rules, both trees start with credit rating as splitting criteria. The information gain tree then consider age, while the gene index tree consider income. This difference could lead to different outcome for specific cases. The choices of metric, information gain or gene index can influence the tree structure and rule. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.